you doing? Good? All right. Me too. Just for that, you get to wait 1 more minute.
Tattoo of the fingerprints on me from you. Other evidence has shown that you and I are still alone. We skirt around the danger zone and don't talk about it later. Marlene watches from the wall. Her mocking smile says it all. She records the rise and fall of every soldier passing. But the only soldier now is me. I'm fighting things I cannot see. I think it's called my destiny. I ain't changing, Marlene on the wall. Well, I walked to your house in the afternoon by the butcher shop at the sawdust drum. Don't give away the goods too soon is what she might have told me. And I tried so hard to resist when you held me in your handsome fist and reminded me of the night we kissed and of why I should be leaving. Marlene watches from the wall. Her mocking smile says it all. She records the rise and fall of every soldier passing. But the only soldier now is me. I'm fighting things I cannot see. I think it's called my destiny that I ain't changing. Marlene on the wall. So hard to resist when you held me in your handsome fist and reminded me of the night we kissed and of why I should be leaving. Marlene watches from the wall. Her mocking smile says it all. She records the rise and fall of every man who's been here. But the only one here now is me. I'm fighting things I cannot see. I think it's called my destiny that I ain't changing, 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 changing. Marlene watches from the wall. Her mocking smile says it all. She records the rise and fall of every soldier passing. But the only soldier now is me. I'm fighting things I cannot see. I think it's called my destiny that I ain't changing. Marlene on the wall. and long know how I would live with myself, what I would give of myself if you don't go. It won't do to dream of caramel, to think of cinnamon and long for you. Thank you very much. So we're very excited to be here because this week we have a new album that came out, or actually I think it was last week. The new album is called Tales from the Realm of the Queen of Pentacles. And this next song, we're going to do some new songs, and some old songs, and some hits later on, and some other old songs that are not hits but songs that you might know. So it's a variety of songs. So this one has the Queen of Pentacles in it, and the Queen of Pentacles is from the tarot cards, and she's the queen of the material world. She can be very generous, she can also be very greedy. So the Fool, who's another tarot card, has a problem with this. He has a quarrel with her. So this song is called The Fool's Complaint. The Queen of Pentacles, sitting on her golden throne, in her domestic tyranny, all roads lead back to her. The whole wide world is a great big drain, and the vortex is her heart. Her moods and wants and wishes and whims all take precedence on this chart. What do I know? My card's the Fool. The Fool. The Fool. That merry ruthless man with air beneath my footstep. And Providence is my plan. Providence is my plan. Oh, it's such expensive innocence, never knowing any cost. She throws around her finery for us to fetch when it gets lost. The Fool, the Fool, the Fool, that very ruthless man with air beneath my footstep. And Providence has my plan. Providence has my plan. What do I know? My card's the Fool, the Fool, the Fool, that very ruthless man. Beneath my footstep. Providence has my plan. Providence has my plan. This next one is also a new one, and it's called Crack in the Wall. And it's about those moments in time where we feel a crack in the material world, and we kind of feel a spiritual dimension beyond this material one. You know, as you do. so finely drawn I could not believe I found it. A wildish wind blowing open wide, my childish mind followed on outside, and so I found myself among my heart's delights surrounded. Lay without, it was all of nature's calling, with field and forest, cloud and sun, cascades of salt water falling, with heights and valleys, dark ravines, ivy thick and wild, deep in thorny seeds, and yet each thing did love its place in the lap of all of nature sprawling. And so it goes. And so it goes.
From the Bible, and it's more or less a straightforward telling of the story, except in the chorus when there's something weird happening, which I myself am trying to figure out what it is.
angel never answered. It smote him on the thigh, and he wrestled through the darkness till morning filled the sky. This thing between us has wings, it has teeth, has got horns and feathers and sinews beneath. Angel or demon, to the truth I am bound. So this thing between us must be wrestled down. That's the angel who turned to fly and to flee. He said, I must have your blessing before I let you leave me. The angel never answered but smote him on the thigh. He wrestled through the darkness till morning filled the sky. In the light he knew his other name, and they struggled and surrendered to the next part of the game. This thing between us has wings, it has teeth, it has got horns and feathers and sinews beneath. Angel or demon, to the truth I am bound. So this thing between us must be wrestled down. This thing between us has wings, it has teeth, has got horns and feathers and sinews beneath. Angel or demon, to the truth I am bound. So this thing between us must be wrestled down. inside your pocket. I am lost against your fingers. I am falling down the stairs. I am skipping on the sidewalk. I am thrown against the sky. I am raining down in pieces. I am scattering like light, scattering like light, scattering like light. Today I am a small blue thing, made of china, made of glass. I am cool and smooth and curious. I never blink. I am turning in your hand, turning in your hand. I am cold against your skin. You are perfectly reflected. I am lost inside your pocket. I am lost against your fingers. I am falling down the stairs. I am skipping on the sidewalk. I am thrown against the sky. I am raining down in pieces. I am scattering like light, scattering like light, scattering like light. Today I am a small blue thing, made of china, made of glass. I am cool and smooth and curious. I never blink. I am turning in your hand, turning in your hand, turning in your hand. Small blue thing, turning in your hand. Thanks. He'll be back. It's just having a little break. So now I'd like to do a very old song from a very long time ago. This is from the summer I turned 18 years old, and I was having my very first summer romance. Yeah. So I was teaching these young girls how to disco dance and folk sing in a sleepaway camp in the Adirondack Mountains, which is upstate from New York. Oh, there's no need to. Thank you. So there I was, teaching these girls, and there was this very interesting boys' camp up the road with boys in them. And so I met the arts and crafts counselor of the boys' camp, and we met at the bar, and he said to me these words: "Do you like Leonard Cohen?"
Yes, but only in certain...
Yes, and I said, "Oh yes, very much. But only in certain moods." Yeah, right. So you've heard the story before, obviously. But, and he said, "What mood is that?" He said, "I love Leonard Cohen all the time." And that was the right answer for me. So we became involved for the next 7 weeks. And then I
went home to New York City, and he went home to Liverpool, and I knew this was coming, and it seemed like a tragedy, and so I wrote down my feelings in a card, and I gave it to him as a gift, and he gave me, what? His bandana. That's what he gave. For those of you who want to know, yes, I still see him. I saw him last Friday in London.
From far away, with pictures in your eyes of coffee shops and morning streets and the blue and silent sunrise. But night is the cathedral where we recognize the sign. We strangers know each other now as part of the whole design. Hold me like a baby that will not fall asleep. Curl me up inside you and let me hear you through the heat. You're the jester of this courtyard with a smile like a girl's, distracted by the women with the dimples and the curls, by the pretty and the mischievous, by the timid and the blessed, by the blowing skirts of ladies who promise to gather you to their breast. Hold me like a baby that will not fall asleep. Curl me up inside you and let me hear you through the heat. You have hands of rain and water and that earring in your ear. The wisdom on your face denies the number of your years. With the fingers of the potter and the laughing tale of the fool, the arranger of disorder with your strange and simple rules. Yeah, now I've made me another spinner of strange and gauzy threads, with a long and slender body and a bump upon the head. Hold me like a baby that will not fall asleep. Curl me up inside you and let me hear you through the heat. With a long and slender body and the sweetest, softest hands, and we'll blow away forever soon and go on to different lands. Please do not ever look for me, but with me you will stay. And you will hear yourself in song blowing by one day. But now hold me like a baby that will not fall asleep. Curl me up inside you and let me hear you through the heat.
There's another open.
The soldier came knocking upon the Queen's door. He said, I am not fighting and slowly she let him inside. He said, I've watched your palace up here on the hill. I've wondered who's the woman for whom we all kill, but I'm leaving tomorrow and you can do what you will. Only first I'm asking you why. Down the long narrow hall he was led, into her room with her tapestries red, and she never once took the crown from her head. She asked him there to sit down. He said, I see you now, and you are so very young, that I've seen more battles lost than I've had battles won. I've got this intuition, says it's all for your fun. Now will you tell me why? Well, the young queen, she fixed him with an arrogant eye. She said, you won't understand, and you may as well not try. But her face was a child, and he thought she would cry. But she closed herself up like a thumb. She said, I've swallowed a secret burning thread. It cuts me inside, and often I've bled. And he laid his hand then on the top of her head, and he bowed her down to the ground. Tell me, how hungry are you? How weak you must feel, as you are living here alone and you are never revealed. But I won't march again on your battlefield. And he took her to the window to see. And the sun, it was gold, though the sky, it was gray. She wanted more than she ever could say. But she knew how it frightened her, and she turned away and did not look at his face again. He said, I want to live as an honest man, to get all I deserve and to give all I can, and to love a young woman who I don't understand. Your eyes, your ways are very strange. Fallen, and she thought she would break, and she stood there ashamed of the way her heart ached. And she took him to the doorstep, and she asked him to wait. She would only be a moment inside. And out in the distance her order was heard, and the soldier was killed, still waiting for her word, while the queen went on straggling in the solitude she preferred. The battle continued on. is already half torn up. Open it up, he must. As the corkscrew into the cork it goes, he hears the weird refrain. Do what you like, but never uncork. Cork what you can't contain. Do wisely she kept it hid. Till one day she couldn't resist playing around with the lid. As the shadows grew and the demons flew, the song went around her brain. Do what you like but never uncork, cork what you can't contain. Do what you like but never uncork, cork what you can't contain. And the shadows grew and the demons flew and the song went around her brain. Do what you like but never uncork, cork what you can't contain. Found an ancient oil lamp hidden among the rags. And he picked it up, he rubbed it down, thought he'd gone insane. Cause the genie flew out singing, never uncork, cork what you can't contain. Do what you like but never uncork, cork what you can't contain. He picked it up, he rubbed it down, he thought he'd gone insane. Genie flew out singing, never uncork, cork what you can't contain. You have to let out what you're keeping inside. If you keep it all in, then your head will spin and your mouth is all tongue-tied. Gotta find the way to say what you say and get it down on the page or the stage. It's the cage for that tiger rage that you can't contain. It's the page and the stage, it's the cage for that tiger rage that you can't contain. For real, the page and the stage, the cage for that tiger rage. What it is that you feel. So do what you like, but you better uncork, cork what you can't contain. Do what you like, but you better uncork, cork what you can't contain. Cause the page on the stage is the cage for that tiger rage that'll cause you pain. Do what you like, but you better uncork, cork what you can't contain. Here, couple, it's pretty cool. I don't always sing Macklemore, sometimes I put other people in. Jerry, for example, he goes to the thrift shop, so sometimes I put him in the song. Anyway, tonight we had Macklemore, so I'm glad that there's some fans. We're gonna do another new song now, and this one is called Song of the Stoic, and it's written from the point of view of a man who's near the end of his life, and he's looking back. And he's seeing what he has and what he doesn't have. And he's realizing that there are some things still left unresolved. I am a man, I've been working all my days. This is my accounting of my means and of my ways. More years are behind me now than years that are ahead. Looking back, I feel this is my story to be said. I faced my father down inside the hallway of our home. 18 years of pain upon my body to the bone. Demons lived inside of him, they forced him to the act. The layers of the bruises till my body was the fact. Spoken and unspoken, I learned to love the road. I shoulder every burden, I'll move with a heavy pack. Every coin I earn's another knot within my back. Ecstasy and pleasure come in much much too great a cost. I keep myself upon earth, but measure what I've lost. Winging things that brush against me, never mind to hold. I keep my eyes upon the ground and carry on as old. Wise with healing and with wonder and all such. As the fates would have it, each to others we are wed. We confine ourselves to friendship, we stay out of the bed. Now I turn around and face the specter of my age. My soul, it fights my body like a bird will fight its cage. I see that last horizon, I hope it brings me peace. I look forward to the day, at last my body knows release. Solitude stands by the window. She turns her head as I walk in the room. I can see by her eyes she's been waiting, standing in the slant of the late afternoon. And she turns to me with her hand extended, her palm is split with a flower with a flame. Solitude stands in the doorway. I'm struck once again by her black silhouette, by her long cool stare and her silence. I suddenly remember each time we've met, and she turns to me with her hand extended, her palm is split with a flower with a flame. Set a twisted thing straight. She says I've come to lighten this dark heart. She takes my wrist, I feel her imprint of fear. And I said I never thought of finding you here. I turn to the crowd as they're watching. They're sitting all together in the dark and the warm, and I wanted to be in there among them. her eyes are gathered into one, and then she turns to me with her hand extended. Her palm is split with a flower with a flame. Set a twisted thing straight. She says I've come to lighten this dark heart. She takes my wrist, I feel her imprint of fear. And I said I never thought of finding you here. Solitude stands in the doorway. I'm struck once again by her black silhouette, by her long, cool stare and her silence. I suddenly remember each time we've met, she turns to me with her hand extended. Her palm is split with a flower with a flame. Song, and this is a song from the album called 99.9 Fahrenheit Degrees. I'd like to help you, doctor, yes I really, really would, but the din in my head, it's too much, it's no good. I'm standing in a windy tunnel, shouting through the roar. I'd like to give the information you're asking for. Blood makes noise. It's a ringing in my ear. Blood makes noise. I can really hear you in the thing I fear. I think that you might want to know the details and the facts, but there's something in my blood delays the memory of the acts, so just forget it, doc. I think it's really cool that you're concerned. We'll have to try again after the silence has returned, 'cause blood makes noise. It's a ringing in my ear. Blood makes noise. I can't really hear you in the thing of fear. Somewhere inside of us must be similar, if not the same. So I continue to be wandering left of center against the grain. And if you want me, you can find me left of center off of the strip, in the outskirts, in the fringes, in the corner out of the grip. When they ask me, what are you looking at? I always answer, nothing much, not much. Think they know that I'm looking at them. Think they think I must be out of touch, but I'm only in the outskirts, in the fringes, on the edge and off the avenue. And if you want me, you can find me left of center, wondering about you. Wondering about you. Wondering about you.
Thank you. This is Jerry Leonard on guitar. Thanks. This is another new song. The song is called I Never Wear White. Though I wear blue and pink from time to time, but my color is
Black.
that's right. Anytime, Jerry. Yeah. Sorry.
I never wear white. White is for virgins, children in summer, brides in the park. My color is black, black, black. Black is for secrets, outlaws and dancers, for the poet of the dark. Black is the truth of my situation, and for those of my station in life, all other colors lie. I never wear white. White is too blinding, always reminding the innocent to fall. My color is black, 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 for the clone and the bastard, for the schoolgirl in uniform, for the servant in the hall. Black is the truth of my situation, and for those of my station in life, all other colors lie. My color is black, 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 like the gangster and widow. It's the shade and the shadow. It's the depth into your eye.
thank Jerry Leonard on guitar. And Phil Sullivan on sound. And Mark Dyke, who does everything else. And Marcel, who is my opening act this evening. So thank you very much, and I also want to thank those people who have been writing to me on Facebook, and writing to me on Twitter, and sending me messages, and uploading pictures of their dogs. And their owls, actually. One guy said, I have no dog, but I have a pet owl. So I said, let's see the picture, and he sent it to me. So that's the way we communicate. You know, I keep put out information about when things are coming out, what singles are coming out, stuff like that. And so I really appreciate hearing from you. So thank you so very much. Thank you again.
Second floor, I live upstairs from you. Yes, I think you've seen me before. If you hear something late at night, some kind of trouble, some kind of fight, just don't ask me what it was. Just don't ask me what it was. Just don't ask me what it was. I think it's 'cause I'm clumsy. I try not to talk too loud. Maybe it's because I'm crazy. I try not to act too proud. You only hit until you cry. After that, you don't ask why. You just don't argue anymore. Just don't argue. Just don't argue anymore. Yes, I think I'm okay. I walked into the door again. If you ask, that's what I'll say. It's not your business anyway. I guess I'd like to be alone, with nothing broken, nothing thrown. Just don't ask me how I am. Just don't ask me how I am. Just don't ask me how I am. My name is Luka. I live on the second floor. I live upstairs from you. Yes, I think you've seen me before. If you hear something late at night, some kind of trouble, some kind of fight, just don't ask me what it was. Just don't ask me what it was. Just don't ask me what it was. Only hit until you cry. After that, you don't ask why. You just don't argue anymore. You just don't argue anymore. You just don't argue anymore. and arguing is looking out the window at somebody coming in. It is always nice to see you, says the man behind the counter to the woman who has come in. She is shaking her umbrella, and I look the other way as they are kissing their hellos, and I'm pretending not to see them, and instead I pour the milk. There's a story of an actor who had died while he was drinking. There was no one I had heard of, and I'm turning to the horoscope and looking for the funnies when I'm feeling someone watching me, and so I raise my head. She does not really see me, cause she sees her own reflection, and I'm trying not to notice that she's cinching up her skirt, and while she's straightening her stockings, her hair has gotten wet.
Liverpool.
What do we have here?
Oh, in the eye. I need in the eye. Yes.
This is very special. This is something that we started doing last week because we were doing the Jules Holland show, and he likes his guests to have a cover that they want to do. And so I have been thinking lately about Lou Reed. So I thought, you know, I'm from New York City. I can sing this song. And honestly, in all the years I've seen Lou Reed perform, I don't think I ever saw him do this one. and it's one that you all know. So let's do that one. Holly came from Miami, FLA, hitchhiked her way across the USA, plucked her eyebrows on the way, shaved her legs, and then here's a she said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Candy came from out on the island. In the back room she was everybody's darling, but she never lost her hand. Even when she was giving head, she said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. The colored girls go do 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 do. Little Joe never once gave it away. Everybody had to pay and pay. A hustle here and a hustle there. New York City is the place where they say, hey Joe, take a walk on the wild side. Hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Sugar Plum Fairy came and hit the street, looking for soul food and a place to eat. Went to the Apollo, you should have seen them go, go, go. They said, hey sugar, take a walk on the wild side. Hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Alright. Jackie is just speeding away. Thought she was James Dean for a day. Then I guess she had to crash. Valium would have helped that mash. She said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Hey honey, take a walk on the wild side. The colored girls go do 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 do. Horizon. It's called Horizon, the Road Beyond this one. There is a road beyond this one. It's called a path we don't yet take. I can feel how it longs to be entered upon. It calls to me with a cry. As we go along this one, and we live the way we do, love pulls us on to that distant horizon so true. I knew a man
He led his country as he taught the way of love, and he lived in that way too. Love pulled him onto that distant horizon, so true. How the women selling rosemary press the branches to your chest, promise luck and all the rest, put their fingers in your hair. I had met you just the day before, like an accident of fate. In the window there behind your door, how I wanted to break into that place beneath the skin, but all that would have to wait. And the Carmen of the martyrs, with the statues in the courtyard, whose heads and hands were taken in the burden of the sun. I had come to meet you with a question in my footstep. I was going up the hillside, the journey just begun. My sister says she never dreams at night. There are days when I know why. Those possibilities within her sight, with no way of coming true, 'cause some things just don't get through to this world, although they try. And the Carmen of the martyrs, with the statues in the courtyard, whose heads and hands were taken in the burden of the sun. I had come to meet you with a question in my footstep. I was going up the hillside, the journey just begun. All I know of you is in my memory, and all I ask is you remember me.
Thank you. Good night. See you next time. Thank you again. Well, we can't do that one, but we're going to do this one. I think this is one that was requested before. And it's actually one that we've rehearsed and we know how to play, so it helps too.
In Liverpool on Sunday, no traffic on the avenue. The light is pale and thin like you. No sundown in this part of town, except for the boy in the belfry. He's crazy, he's throwing himself down from the top of the tower. Like a hunchback in heaven, he's ringing the bells in the church for the last half an hour. And he sounds like he's missing something or someone that he knows he can't have now. And if he isn't, I certainly am. Homesick. 4 o'clock, that told the same time. Sometimes you made no sense to me. If you lie on the ground in somebody's arms, probably swallow some of their history. And the boy in the belfry, he's crazy, he's throwing himself down from the top of the tower. Like a hunchback in heaven, he's ringing the bells in the church for the last half an hour. And he sounds like he's missing something or someone that he knows he can't have now. And if he isn't, I certainly am. I'll be the girl who sings for my supper. You'll be the monk whose forehead is high. You'll be the man who's already working, spreading a memory all through the sky. In Liverpool